Thank you for turning to page 121. Today we're going to take a quick look at an old beloved monster from the Monster Manual, and he's pictured right here. It's my good buddy, the Owlbear. Love the Owlbear. Love the artwork. Owlbear was such a fun intermediate level monster, tough monster when we were new to the game. So an Owlbear, number appearing is 2 to 5, armor class 5, 5 plus 2 hit dice. Number of attacks is 3, 1 to 6, 1 to 6, 2 to 12 damage. Special attack is a hug, no special defenses. Standard magic resistance, low intelligence, neutral, and he's large. The horrible Owlbear is probably a result of genetic experimentation by some insane wizard. These creatures inhabit the tangled forest regions of every temperate clime, as well as subterranean labyrinths. They are ravenous eaters, aggressive hunters, and evil-tempered at all times. They attack prey on sight and will fight to the death. The Owlbear attacks with its great claws, 2 inches long on large males. Its snapping beak, and then grasps a victim and squeezes and bites it to death. If it scores a paw hit of 18 or better with either of the forelimbs, the Owlbear has dragged the victim to itself, and the opponent will take an additional 2 to 16 points of damage from the hug. That melee round and every melee round thereafter until the Owlbear is killed. Note if the armor class of an opponent is such that an 18 is insufficient to hit, the hug is not effective and no damage is taken. If accounted in their lairs, 25% chance there will be 1 to 6 eggs, 20%, or young, 80%, in addition to the adults. Young Owlbears will be 40% to 70% grown, and they will fight accordingly. Eggs are worth 2,000 gold pieces. Young under 50% grown are worth 5,000 gold pieces on the open market. And the description is the Owlbears have brownish black to yellow brown fur and feathers. The 13 to 1,500 pound males will be the darker colored. The beaks of these terrible creatures are yellow to ivory. The eyes are red rimmed and exceedingly terrible to behold. So that's the Owlbear. What the heck? This guy's a mess, but he's a fun mess. I love Owlbears. I love popping these guys on the table when I'm dealing with a group of maybe, I don't know, 4th to 6th level usually. Owlbears will be a pretty good challenge. There'll be a challenge even for 3rd. Using weapon specialization, your party has a chance against Owlbear, even as low as 3rd, as long as there's a couple of fighters in the group. These guys are nasty. 5 plus 2 hit points, or hit dice rather. They're really nasty. The thing we all dreaded was the hug. If you got the hug, the arm doing the hug held you, so it couldn't attack anymore, but it didn't need to attack. It did 2 to 16 every round automatically, and I would have, the way I do it at my table is I have the monster roll its initiative. So if it's initiative, for instance, it goes in the 4th segment. In segment 4, I would give the hug damage, and then the monster would go ahead and fight the rest of the round. So pretty good for the rest of the group. If 1 or more people are being hugged, because the rest of the group, they're free to attack the Owlbear and harm it and things like that. But woe for the 1 or 2 people are being hugged, because they're going to have a real problem. Also, if I end up in a situation where 2 are hugged, 1 in each arm, which I have had happen, I let the beak hit at +4, because the creature is held immobile, and in addition to the +4, I take away any armor class for movement from the person being held. So if I'm being held and I'm a thief with an 18 dexterity, I just lost that to my armor class, and the Owlbear is +4 to peck me in the head. So Owlbears are nasty, they're fun, they're core creatures for us old D&D guys. These are the guys that we would bring out and surprise players with when they were getting a little stronger, and then the Owlbear would be this nice, tough encounter. They would fight the Owlbear and then go on from there. It's fun to have a couple of Owlbears in one sitting, since 2 to 5 will appear. It doesn't say the 2 to 5 are a mated pair and younglings. You can have 2 to 5 of these things together. Maybe they're getting together for mating season or something, but there happen to be 2 to 5 of them there. 2 to 5 is quite a formidable challenge for any group of around 4th to 6th level. That's going to be a heck of a challenge. You're going to need to go a little higher than that to get your players out of that. You might want to save a challenge of 5 of these things for when your party is more like 7th or 8th level. But you know your table better than I do. That's just a little bit of advice. But that's really all I've got to say today on these wonderful creatures, the owlbears. Let me know what you think. Do you use owlbears? If you do, are they good? Are they bad? Are they fun? Have you ever had somebody buy a youngling and try to train it? I never have, but it'd be interesting to hear stories if people have. But that's it for today on page 121. I want to thank you for your time. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Tell your friends to keep the channel growing. Also, please take a look at the Patreon, see if you can help me out there. That's it for today. I'll see you next time on page 121.